We've gathered here today. Today's your special day. It's your birthday, birthday, birthday. Yes, you.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Smudge Room. I am Jamie, and this is a new series I'm doing where I am going to talk about your birthday specifically. We're going to do all 365 days. Hopefully it will, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun no matter what. I'm going to be talking about the day you were born and how that affects your personality, what the day means, and how it, what kind of things are good. Well, just enjoy it. Happy birthday if it's your birthday. And I also do, well, of course, tarot reads, but I do birth charts. If you're in a relationship and you want to know compatibility, I do synastry reports, all via video. So I'll put my email right here. Hit me up. I will work with you financially. I know things are crazy right now, so I'm flexible. Okay, so let's talk about your birthday. Here we go. All right, so if you were born on July 1st, this is the day of emancipation. This is a very independent person. You were born when the sun was 8 to 10 degrees within Cancer. You are so being that you're a cardinal sign, which is Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, and what's the other one? Aries. These you initiate the season, and therefore you're initiators. You kick it off, right? People you share this birthday with. Oh, sorry, before I get into that. So you're the initiator, but you're also, your element is water. So you tend to let your emotion can take over. Now this can be a positive thing, but it can also, mean that you might be influenced by your emotion and lose sight of what's important from time to time. Individuals you share your birthday with. We've got Princess Diana, Carl Lewis, Willie Dixon, Dan Aykroyd, and Debbie Harry, who's one of my, she's one of my favorites. Look at how gorgeous this woman is. I love her. Okay, it's another book, another time. So positive attributes. Now, very profound. You don't really want to roll with anyone who is shallow, someone who doesn't have any depth. That's just not, you have no time for that. And you're also not someone who is going to follow a crowd blindly. It's important for you to know what you're about. You need a cause. You don't need a cause, but you stand for something, basically, is what I'm trying to say. You're also, you can be very giving once you've kind of mastered temperance, and highly determined. Some downfall attributes, troubled, maybe depressive, and sometimes people born on this day tend to have a long periods of suffering. Like when you're down and out, you're down and out. Of course, that's hopefully not true for many of you, but when you, of course, life is all ups and downs. So when you hit a bottom, you are there for a minute, and it might take you a while to kind of pull yourself out of that. But it seems, from what I've seen, you do pull yourself out because you're too ambitious to stay down in the gutter, You are highly sensitive. Let's talk about numerology for a minute. Okay, so being that you're born on the 1st, this the number 1 is going to be an important number for you. This is your day of birth number and your life purpose number. So when you're energetically aligned, you are a natural and very authentic leader, capable of a whole lot. And you're an original thinker. You're accomplished, active, energetic. You're just kind of full of life. Very strong-willed. I would advise individuals to maybe not take you on when, especially if it's a subject that you are passionate about, something that you have a lot of knowledge in, like just they're wasting their breath. You are determined and courageous. Like when I mentioned someone taking you on, you're not going to back down from anyone. But you do work best independently. Not that you don't work well with others, you can, but you tend to need to be the leader if you do work in that kind of environment. But yeah, you work best alone. And it's really crucial for you to get some privacy. Like at least once a day, you kind of need to just put everyone out and just be. Unique ideas, like time alone. Okay, so you are, you're highly social, complex, like I mentioned, put off by the shallow people. Women who are born on July 1st, they might tend to have a hard time with keeping a sensible balance when it comes to home life and their career. So work and family and career are often something that's either you're all in one and lacking in it happens. And then men, you being that you're highly sensitive and empathic, because Cancer is the mother of the zodiac, you tend to really have a lot of sympathy for women. And as a woman, I can tell you that's a really good thing. Health. You sometimes, now here we're dealing with like Princess Diana struggled with bulimia and food issues. And this is true again for many Cancer. You guys rule the stomach, and you can have digestive issues. And sometimes you guys don't feel comfortable in your own skin, whether you might feel overweight, underweight, whatever it is, too tall, whatever. You're hard on yourself for things like that, for the way you look. You also tend to swing from having an active sexual expression to being like completely abstinent. It's kind of like you're all in one, and it's for some. And again, depression. I'm a Cancer rising, and so I can relate to this. It's we tend to be we're one of the most abandoned signs. It's a struggle, but if you can overcome, and this is also, I should mention, a lot of this depression stuff, it happens in our early years of life. So if we can get through that and master our emotion, we tend to come out on the other side and actually be able to help others, which is probably the coolest thing about Cancer. Okay, so let's, so you're one in the tarot and, or one in numerology, and therefore the Magician is going to be a heavy influence on you. Okay, so the Magician is a master manifester. This is someone who turns ideas into action. No one can take away your talents. The Magician has, well, in any deck, the Magician has his tools in front of him, just like Salvador Dali has like his best and most well-known paintings in front of him. You're putting your own creativity into it. And no one can take that from you. That is your gift. The Magician can also, in a more negative light, can be viewed as like an opportunist. Now, to some degree, that's not necessarily the worst thing in the world. You're working with what you got. Just make sure you're not taking advantage of people. Not saying that you are, but just be mindful. Be mindful. And advice from the secret language of birthdays: learn to give and take. Again, I feel like this is something that you might struggle with a little bit in your earlier life when you're young. And never allow anyone to walk all over you. It's got to be a balance there. Give and take. And another thing from this book, something to meditate on. This is directly from that book. There is always something smaller and always something bigger. Now, what I think this means is don't compare yourself with other individuals. You know, you will actually end up setting yourself back if you are not, if you compare yourself, if you are not at the same place where another person is, you know, different times in your life. It's okay. It's okay. Don't let that, because like I said, it will end up being the thing that fucks you in the end. So just do you at your pace, and love yourself. Love yourself. So I think that's all for July 1st. I love you guys very much. See you next time.